well, I do not want this to happen. I want to, I want to put a stop to it, and I want to help you to put a stop to it. But Mr. Zag has worked too far, or worked too hard and come too far for this to take him down now. Because I'm sure that he knows nothing about what this man is doing, even though.
But he's like killing women. We can't. You can't just let him go, right?
She says, I know. I don't, I think you'd say, I don't know what to do, but I know we do need to keep you safe. We need to keep, we need to make sure that you're able to, that what you've seen can come out, but we have to just figure out how to make it come out in the right way that will save these women without destroying other people's lives.
Well, I hear the part about helping me. So
Yeah.
So this is good. But I also ask, have you seen them at all? There's two people. They look like twins. Have you seen them? Are you, be careful. Be careful. I think they're following me.
So I think when you let me just I don't know if this is like a. So I think that bringing up the twins, I think, is potentially meaningful for her.
It is. I was wondering if it was going to get me locked up, but okay.
And I wonder.
If I threw you a little too much of a curved backstory to work up here, maybe we could go. No. Okay.
No, because so here's this is actually, and I don't mean to, I don't want to pick out, I don't want to go too far. So I think this might be a role, actually.
Aha.
By mentioning the twins, there's uncertainty in my mind about her, about kind of how she might react to that.
Okay.
That has to do with, can she, yeah. So I'm gonna say two dice from me,
right?
Because it's sort of, again, I have uncertainty about.
One for me for paranoid on pills.
Yep.
And I also wanted to point out that I had a 2 in my troublemaking trait, so I rolled 2 few dice last time, but I succeeded anyway. But
perfect. Okay.
Yeah, but just wanted to. It's my favorite trait. It's my trouble trait, right? So save it for special occasions. So this gives me then 1 and 2 from you and 1 from my pool. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
And I fail it out.
So I mean, I think this is one of those things where, like maybe we in the audience, I think, may know, like, oh, the twin, she's like, the twins, that's scary. Mm-hmm. But she doesn't show it to Willie.
Okay.
So like, right. Willie, she's just, maybe, okay. She's just sort of like, I don't,
Okay. Huh. All right. Well, she's been real reliable so far. So maybe the twins
keep that to herself.
Well, that's okay. I'm like, maybe they are imaginary.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm
and she'll even say, it does sound like you could use a safe place to rest. That I think that might help. It seems like and you could use paranoid on pills. She's like, it seems like you're on edge. I can understand why, but let's get you safe. That's the first priority.
I'll do as she says. Let's do that.
Sounds good. So
Hotel room, I
so
guess, or what?
yeah, she's gonna she'll kind of um she'll pay for a taxi to take you guys both to like a nice-ish, not like a fancy hotel, not luxury, but like a businessman's hotel, a
Oh,
business
cool.
person's hotel.
Okay.
Um,
I
and she'll use her. She is gonna use a credit card though to check you in, but not. She's like, don't worry, this is my own personal card. It's
okay.
not connected to
All right.
anyone
Yeah,
else.
and because she's using the card, my eyeballs are like following, the
Yeah.
card. It's like, oh, okay. All right. I'm a little worried about that part. So, fine though. I'll go and I'll try and collect myself, and I'll even consider, should I call work? But let's see what's up with
Yeah.
gratitude. Let's.
Okay.
Nobody's tried to
Okay.
shoot her yet. I'm
It's true. So
counting down the hours.
we so I know that you had mentioned we talked about like the next thing kind of on her plate was just to kind of have that meeting with Star for that information.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's perfectly reasonable for us to just say like, she gives it to you. And it goes off because I don't necessarily know. Because at this point, Star is still thinking, you're doing what she's at, you're kind of on board with this, and
Right. And I think like this, when they meet, Gratitude makes a big show of being like a professional criminal.
okay, so yeah, let's.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she kind of acts differently. Like it's like she puts on this like caricature of like a very disciplined criminal when she talks to her about it to try to put her like more at ease and to like you can trust me type thing. So
and so let's say this meeting is happening at like a neutral ground. Okay,
right.
so this is like
she's left her home again for this.
Yeah, I think she would have to. So this is like another. So she's able to get out. Like so she, she would have given you enough information. Like, oh, I can get out for like a couple hours a day at a time, but that's all. Like I can get out without them like noticing or wondering what I'm up to. And she even told them, I think that for this one, she was telling them she was going out to a department store. So you're meeting her like in the like there's like a cafeteria of this department store, like a kind of a fancy cafeteria sort of thing.
Oh, Gratitude hates this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Gratitude is probably has to like I don't know. I mean, I don't know what drug she uses, but she takes someone to smooth out the tension before she goes in here because this is a big open space and this is scary.
A little bit of okay. So I know what drug she's taking. That's
but once she sees Star, then she snaps into this different like her posture changes and all this stuff, and she instead of so she's done away with the kind of low key clothes because she wants to appear like like a criminal or something or whatever. So she has this like old ratty fur coat that like used to be really nice, like a nice mink, but it doesn't look good because there's like sauce stains on it and stuff.
Right. I think we've seen that mink coat last time, right? With its little head all twisted. Right.
Yeah, exactly. So she has this on and she's like got the big shades on and she's like had someone cut her hair who like comes to her house to cut her hair, so her hair cuts different and stuff. And she comes and sits down and she just is like, what's the deal with, she says some, cool and collected opening line about, so tell me what there is to know or whatever. Yeah.
And so she's kind of she'll go over it. So I think she's hands over like a, I don't know, she kind of tries. I don't think she's really good at this type. Like tradecraft per se. But she sort of like passes you like a magazine, like a big like one of these big like glossy fashion magazines.
Yeah.
And she sort of like opens it to show you that like there's like a hand drawn map of
Right.
or like a plan of the actual penthouse,
Oh,
and then
okay.
written like notated on it are like the kind of like the schedules of like how many guys are in the building. So like during the day there's like a doorman and like a concierge and like some porters, but at night there's just the one doorman.
Right.
So there's no
Right.
extra
Okay.
there's no extra security guards or anything like that. Kind of shows you like the different entrances into the building. Like there's the main entrance, but then there's like the service entrance and some other things. There's like the penthouse has there's an elevator that goes right up to the penthouse that actually opens. You got to use the special key for the elevator to even open to get into the, so it goes right to the floor and opens right into the apartment itself. But then there's also a service elevator and a service stairwell that leads to like the back side of the penthouse, or like the kind of another entrance in. So there's kind of these multiple entrances in. There's also so she kind of goes over all this. I don't know. You need to know the details here. I mean, because we don't need to plan the actual heist ourselves, right? But but like she's giving all this kind of information, and gratitude is sort of seeing it. I mean, my thinking is like it's enough information to do the heist, right? That's my we don't need to kind of go into all the detail. And then she shows you where the safe is and says, here's the combination.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because that
Wow.
had been mentioned. I mean, this is
Yeah.
Polly and Ray are getting their. Polly and Ray are going to have a real good time with this.
Yeah, this is interesting. So she tells gratitude the combination, and I think gratitude is, she can memorize stuff like this.
Yep.
So she
Okay.
memorizes the combination. And she makes a big show of, whenever Star is doing these kind of fumbly, secretive actions, she makes a show of like making it seem like that's like an authentic thing that someone would actually do that's not cartoonish. And so she like takes part in all this with her.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I think actually she really wants to get the fuck out of here because she's like, she doesn't want to be out of her house.
Sure.
I think once the information has been passed on, she's like, on her way to exit. So unless there's anything else that happens,
and she'll also say that excuse me. She'll also say that she'll also I also meant to say she also gives you like Zag's schedule over the next couple days too, so that so that like he's got a dinner meeting and he'll be gone until like late, or like or he will be there after 1. So you kind of have a window to you guys have a window to either go and he's there and he's not there or whatever, that type of thing. So she gives you all that sort of stuff. Okay, but
yeah. So right. So,
and I think and I think that's fine. I don't think there's a role necessarily for anything. We there's no real change in attitude or position relative to Star versus gratitude relative to each other after this, I think.
And okay, so you know what? This is the last thing that gratitude will say before she leaves is, once the job's done, I'll need to lie low for a week or 2 before I can contact you and get you your portion of the money.
A week? I don't know that he'll. Oh, here we might need a roll actually. Week?
I don't. No, I know. That's why I brought this up. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. She's like, once, I'm worried. I'm worried that he'll find out. I'm worried for my own safety. Why so long?
So now gratitude has all this information, right? So she's just like, if you don't want to wait a week, you can just fuck yourself. And then she gets up and leaves. I just realized she doesn't. I don't think I even need to roll here. I mean, Gratitude doesn't give a shit about convincing this person anymore, actually. And
Uh,
she's hopped up on something, so she's like probably gonna get up and go. Yeah. So what does she do?
I don't know. So I think she'll sit there stunned. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe in Ron's capacity, I don't know that there's a. I don't know there's a necessary role there. That seems
I don't
not
see
trying
it.
to
Maybe.
manipulate.
I
Well,
don't see it. It's
actually,
an interaction. That's all.
Yeah.
There could be actually a role of her intimidating her to just shut up and be obedient. Actually, I think maybe
that's true. She could. The question. I mean, she could totally like turn around and get in good with Amos by exposing the robbery,
exactly.
right?
That's what I'm thinking. So
good point.
maybe this
Good
is a
point.
role about that.
Yeah,
'cause
so
I think that's what Star wants at this point. She's like, okay, you literally you're informing me, so now you just need to obey me.
So I'll give you 2 dice for that. This whole interaction. Stars, has sometimes been a pushover, but this is a little
Right.
different.
Yeah. And I guess is it cutthroat manipulation? I mean,
it's not very manipulative.
It's not very manipulative. It's really not. So that's not it. Oh man, yeah. Actually, I don't know if this is. I don't think I have a trait.
Yeah,
here.
I felt it. I was like, man, gratitude is going a little too far, and we may have found that out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I have 5 dice in my pool, so I'm going to spend them all.
Oh my god! All right, here it comes.
That's
A 7.
way a bit. So I have 7 dice here. Okay.
Classic.
Classic.
The more you roll, the less ones come up. That's all.
Yeah, it's a failure. Oh my god. Yeah, gratitude. Too much cocaine.
So gratitude has walked out because this was her exit line.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She's like, and then I'm like we sit there with Star like steaming and then like fuming, and we got if it's in got the heat lines coming off her head in the comic.
Yeah.
And
I think we can end with her.
Oh yeah.
Like
we've handed John like all this stuff. He's got me causing some sort of chaos in the security arrangements or whatever, wherever I set that off, and then you've got this going on.
Oh my gosh.
I think we should call it though for tonight, right?
Yes. Yeah. I would like to do that.
Yeah.
That gives me a chance to kind of look at these NPCs and see what their next moves are going to be. Okay, perfect. I don't so that's great. Yeah, so any questions now? It's all good.
Just to clarify, we're not doing any of the dice manipulations like +1 in the beginning or up to 3 in the beginning or anything like that.
Yeah, +1, sorry. Yes.
Oh, you do want to do that? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So
at least Sam will have 1 die for next time.
I have 1 of my pool dice.
Yeah, I think I like so I kind of like I'm playing around with different ones. I've been doing the +1 for now.
Yeah.